Hey Aries, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for August 10th through the 17th. So this reading is going to be about what's going on with your person. Of course, in a general reading, it could be about what's going on with you. That's how it works. So if it resonates more with what's going on with you, that's perfectly okay. But my intention is to see what's going on with your person. So I'm using a few of the decks that I have created, and I'm just letting Spirit guide the reading by what's on the cards, okay? Some of the readings have been really deep this week. And then I'm going to use this Debray Black Tarot, which is beautiful. It's like mist in the darkness. All of the images look like mist creating at night. Just, I don't know, just beautiful. Whoops, I forgot to pull a card. There we go. All right, so let's see what we have for Aries. And then we'll clarify with this Black Tarot. All right, so let's see what we have here for Aries. Broken miscommunication. So there could have been some broken communication between the two of you, or there could have been some type of miscommunication. All right, somebody might have said something that they don't mean, which that's the worst thing you can do. All right, so you might have said something, or they might have said something, and you didn't mean it. All right, let's see. As human beings, we do that for some reason. Why do we do that? All right, so what is this about? What do we have here? King of Swords. Yep. King of Swords is about truthful communication. However, okay, King of Swords is will also speak without a lot of feeling. So even though this person might have said something, you know, it might have been truthful, okay? You might have taken it the wrong way, or, you know, they might have taken something that you said the wrong way. But I feel like it was truthful. King of Swords can also be about questions. So somebody might have asked you a lot of questions that maybe you weren't ready to answer, or you were asking somebody some specific questions that they weren't ready to answer. You can tell when someone isn't ready to really talk about something, and it's usually because they haven't worked it out completely on their own yet. All right, so let's see, what else? What was this about? Ten of Swords. All right, so somebody here feels a little bit betrayed in some way. You know, what I'm feeling is like it might have felt very out of character. Like you're going along, things are seeming to click, and then suddenly you have you have a conversation, and you know, I don't feel like this was a big betrayal. I feel like the betrayal kind of is something that you might have created, meaning you might have created it in your head based on this person's reaction to something that you were talking about. And this might have broken the two of you up. This might have broken, you know, the connection between the two of you. But I feel like it was about somebody speaking in a very unfeeling way, like trying to be very logical about something that, you know, you really can't apply a lot of logic sometimes to feelings. And somebody might have been asking questions about something that the other person didn't want to talk about yet. Okay? And the person that was trying to talk to the other person, you know, I feel like might have felt a little betrayed by this conversation or lack of conversation. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, multiple prior marriages. Maybe this is what this person doesn't want to talk about. Okay? Maybe they've had a few marriages that didn't work out, or maybe they've had a lot of relationships that didn't work out. Maybe you have. Maybe it's not something that you or this other person really are ready to talk about. Maybe it's too soon in the relationship or in the connection. All right, so let's see. Multiple marriages. All right, we've got Two of Swords. Yep. This person doesn't want to talk about it. Two of Swords blocking their heart. Okay, you know, they might feel like they've made a lot of mistakes in past relationships. You know, they may not want to have to admit to their part in those broken relationships. Either way, I feel like this person just doesn't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it yet. That's what I keep getting. They don't want to talk about it yet. You know, this Ten of Swords now could mean that maybe they know that they have betrayed other people in the past. They don't really want to have to own up to that yet. You know, that could be a hard thing for them to admit. Look at this, Two of Cups. So they have a connection with you, and they don't want their past to come between a beautiful connection between the two of you. They might have shut down their feelings because, you know, they might know that you might have an opinion about somebody that has had multiple marriages, you know, and it's really not up to us to have an opinion or a judgment about what somebody else has gone through. You know, everybody's at a different stage, you know, in their journey, and some people learn their lessons in a much more difficult way than others. You know, so this person might have had a really rough path in relationships, but the reality here is that we have the Two of Cups here. You know, and if you see this card number up here is number 20, which breaks down to 2. So this is about only 2 people. This is not a reading about third party. Okay? These are past relationships or past marriages, okay, that have nothing to do with the connection that the two of you have. But you might have started asking them a lot of questions about this, and it brings up, you know, painful memories. Maybe things that they haven't worked out for themselves yet. So I always say, you know, try to have compassion in these types of situations where, you know, somebody, it might look on the outside that, you know, that this person just has, you know, some failed relationships or failed marriages. But, you know, they went through a lot with that. They went through a lot, I feel, and they want this connection with you to be new, to be a new opportunity, a new path for their life. Okay? You know, to have the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords is really interesting. So we've got 2, 2, 2 here. So you might be seeing 222. 2 of Swords says, you know, maybe this person, you know, won't allow themselves to open up their heart completely to a new connection, even though that new connection is here and ready for them. And, you know, sorry, you know, all of the questions that maybe you were asking, you know, that could have been a pattern in one of their relationships, one of their marriages, you know, where somebody just berated them with questions. And their response was to shut down. So they might have given you a response that they were used to giving to a past spouse. Okay, and that's why it might have felt like a betrayal to you, because it felt very out of character. But you could have been asking questions about them possibly betraying a spouse, and they didn't want to go there. Because, you know what? No one is holding them more accountable for that than they are. And it's like they don't want to have to be accountable to every person they meet because they made some mistakes. We've all made mistakes. It's like they want to focus on the connection with you. That's what they want to focus on. So what do we have here? All right, we have icy reaction. That's what you got. You got an icy reaction, okay? And then it says online. So this communication, okay, or miscommunication could have happened, you know, on social media. It could have happened, you know, via, you know, text message, email. Somebody could have wrote a long email. Bad idea, by the way. But somebody got an icy reaction. I feel like it might have been you, and you weren't expecting it. Like something that you said or did or asked triggered some type of reaction. And I feel like it was a reaction based on what they had experienced in the past. So let's see, what is this icy reaction about? Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups, this person, you know, feels like they might have found potential new love with you. And suddenly they're being drawn back into past relationships based on a conversation, based on an email, based on a text, or something that happened. Something happened here that was very, very triggering to this person. Okay? And again, it's not about you. Okay? It's about what they experienced in the past with other people. And it reminded them of something that they didn't like. What else? Queen of Swords. So we have King of Swords and Queen of Swords. That's interesting. So we do have a soulmate connection here between the two of you. Okay? When the King and the Queen show up in the same suit, okay, that indicates to me that there is definitely a soul connection here. And the way that the two of you connect, okay, is mentally, okay? Swords are thoughts. So, you know, you probably enjoy sharing your thoughts with each other, and that's also what triggered this person, okay? You might have shared your opinions about, you know, about marriage or about broken marriages or broken relationships. You might have shared your thoughts. You connect on a very mental level with this person. And what that also can mean is that there could be some telepathic communication happening, especially if you're not talking to this person right now, because you do connect in that mental space. All right? What do we have over here? Look at this, alignment. So a couple of things here. I feel like with the King and Queen of Swords, there is definite alignment here when it comes to how you feel about each other. But when it comes to how you talk with each other, okay, because King and Queen of Swords is also about communication. I feel like that's possibly where the two of you are out of alignment, all right? And, you know, how you talk to each other, you know, you might be very apt to, you know, to give a response without a lot of thinking, you know, a snap response. This person you might be dealing with an air sign for sure. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But I feel like on one level you're very aligned. I feel like you're aligned in the mental space, and you know, so you probably think the same about a lot of things. But when it comes to communication, because a lot of times when people you know, are very aligned mentally, you know, sometimes the communication can be challenging because you're so mental, because you're so in your thoughts, sometimes you're disconnected from your feelings. And so the communication comes out in a cold manner. And I feel like that's what happened, because we have an icy reaction. You know, whoever spoke this miscommunication was icy, and I feel like it was received in an icy way. Okay? And this could be after things have been great for a long period of time. And this is all it took to just, you know, derail this for a minute. All right, so let's see. Alignment. All right, we've got 6 of Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles, it's about the give and take in the physical world. So, you know, what are swords? They're thoughts, and it's about communication. So it's like the communication that was given, the communication that was received. There was something that was out of balance, out of alignment there. Somebody said something that triggered the other person. What else? Look at that. 10 of Cups. So I feel, again, and I just finished saying this, you know, we've got 2 of Cups here. We've got 10 of Cups here. We've got the King and Queen of Swords. There is a soulmate connection here. There are deep feelings here, but what's out of alignment is how deeply you both feel about each other. Neither one of you are very comfortable expressing how you feel about each other. So, what could have happened in these prior marriages? You know, if somebody's not very comfortable completely expressing themselves or making themselves vulnerable as to how they feel, that could have been a huge element, you know, that caused relationships or marriages to break down. Okay, so I think you've got a preview maybe of, you know, what it's like to be in a relationship with this person. And it's not to say that this is a bad person. I don't think they are at all. You know, I feel like underneath the surface, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, there's a deep connection here. There's a deep connection, and Ace of Cups. But if you can't say it, if you can't express it, it's like it's not there. You know? And that's what's out of alignment here, is being able to express real feelings. What brings you emotional fulfillment? What brings them emotional fulfillment? What do we have here? So if you're in separation with this person, we have the flame still burns. It clearly does, okay? Now, we don't have any wands here, but, you know, with 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, you know, this person, I feel like, didn't get a chance to really experience, these deep feelings that they have. I don't feel like they've ever really experienced 10 of Cups, which is, that true emotional connection with somebody. They may have always connected with people in a mental way. And it's like, while you might agree on everything, from politics to money to, what you watch on TV, that's great. But it's not where you really connect. You connect with your feelings. This flame still burns for this person. And we've got King of Cups. What is this? This is unspoken love. And that's what we're seeing through this whole thing. How awful is that somebody can't truly speak how they feel? And that's what we're talking about. That's what's out of alignment here. So you might be angry at this person. You might feel like this person betrayed you in some way, or, turned into a different person. They didn't, okay? They simply, you allowed them to revisit one of their past relationships or marriages that fell apart, and they still have wounds around that. They may not have completely healed about that. Judgment. Okay, first of all, I feel like this person judges themselves very heavily when it comes to not being able to speak what they truly feel. Okay, they judge themselves harshly. But this is saying the flame still burns. So if you're wondering that this person just walked away and didn't give you a second thought, that is absolutely not the case. Okay, they have unspoken love. So I feel like this connection got far enough along where there were real feelings developing here. Okay, you might have actually spoken your feelings, and that could have triggered them. Judgment is this person wants to come back, and they don't know if with, the icy reaction that they might have received from you online, they don't know if you're going to take them back. But they're here to tell you that the flame between the two of you still burns. And with 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, and King of Cups, that clearly is the case. Okay, this person has a lot of feelings that they just have not been able to, they haven't been able to bring into fruition. They haven't been able to say it. And for a fire sign, especially in Aries, that might be so confusing to you. Like, sometimes, in a lot of cases, Aries will just think out loud, right? So that might have tripped this person up. That's not your fault, okay? So judgment, this person absolutely wants to come back. They want to be in your life. They may not know how to do relationship. They're trying. You can give them credit. They keep trying. And I feel like they want to try again with you. Okay? All right, Aries, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, you can certainly reach out to me. If not, no problem. I might do a bonus reading on Friday. We'll see if I have time to do that. But otherwise, this feels like a pretty specific story for some of you. This is probably one of the more specific ones, but nevertheless, there's a ton of feelings here. There's a ton of feelings. All right, Aries, good luck with this one. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.